Hello, ladies and gentlemen, Deja Vu here, bringing you the third set of Woongjin Stars versus Samsung Khan. We're going to have Chavi here again for Samsung Khan, representing on, what is this map? Let's see, Roadrunner, representing on a Roadrunner we've got, and he calls himself Casey for whatever reason. It looks like he's starting out in the bottom left in orange. Yes, he is. And for Woongjin Stars, we've got Kwanro sighting, and Kwanro is definitely one of my favorite Zerg players, has definitely become really good over the last year, and become a pretty darn impressive and powerful player. He was brought over from, where was he before? I think he was on CJ before, and Woongjin Stars brought him over before this season for Pro League, and he was really meant to just beef up their lineup, put him over the top. They had Free already, Zero had shown himself to be a power, and they thought they just needed one more to put them over the top, so they went and grabbed Kwanro, and the first couple rounds of Pro League, he maybe wasn't doing as well as they had hoped, but here in the Winners League, he's really picked up his game. And he's got a couple 2 kills here and there. He's got some good games. He had 2 kills versus KT before he met Flash, and had an epic game versus Flash, but eventually fell. And I think that was like a 40-some-odd minute game. I definitely casted that the whole series. So if you want to go check that out, go check that out. That was a pretty awesome game, and yeah, definitely been looking better here in the Winners League. And both players look like they're going Overlord first, so no 9 pulls from either player. They're both also setting their scouts out in the correct directions, so no one's going to get any sort of a scouting advantage here. This is a 4-player map, so occasionally in ZVZ you'll see one player get a scouting advantage of the other, and that can end up being significant, but not going to be so here. Looks like we got pools coming down at the same time for both of these guys. Yep, same time for both these guys. Looks like both of them went for 12 pools. Pretty standard openings. 12 pool with gas for Kwanro, and I would assume same thing from Chavi. Yep, same exact thing from Chavi. 12 pool with gas. So very normal build. 12 pool really isn't that common to build in other matchups, but in ZVZ 12 pool is very common build, of course. Overpool, 12 pool, 12 hatch being the and 9 pool being the 3 most common. And both players, it looks like they're just playing clones. Looks like they've just been playing against each other. We've got pretty much exact timing, not maybe a second difference, but so little, nothing is separating these two guys. So it's going to come straight down to strategy and micro, and I'm going to give the advantage to Kwanro. Kwanro is really good in this matchup. We saw him in the last series take down, I think he took down, who did he take down? He took down both Fire Fist and another Zerg player for KT. Who did he take down? He took down someone else for KT as well. Luxury, yeah, he took down both Luxury and Fire Fist, so definitely has been on a little bit of a ZVZ run, has at least those 2 wins. I can check for you real fast here, see if he's on any sort of a longer run here in ZVZ, and actually it looks like he's on a just a 2-game winning streak, just a Luxury and Fire Fist. Previous to that, he lost to Modesty, but before that, he beat Calm and then 8-15 twice. So definitely has been looking pretty good in his ZVZ as of late. We do have layers morphing probably for both players. Can't imagine either of them differentiating at this point. Any way, shape, or form. Barely seen any Zerglings even produce. First Zerglings out now, which is just really funny to see in the ZVZ that you see Zerglings almost being skipped here. And Kwanro's solitary Zergling being found by 2 Zerglings from Chavi, but Kwanro with a little bit of a sneaky play there, using his other Zergling from that egg to get a scout in on Chavi's base, sneaking in there, and we'll see whether or not he's able to maybe sneak a drone kill in or something like that. Chavi looking around his base, trying to find the Zergling, does not want to end up having the Zergling bite him in the butt later in the game, having it come back and maybe picking off a drone when he's not paying attention. And Chavi does scout it out, and Kwanro's just going to use it now to just be a nuisance as much as possible. Maybe stop this layer from going up for a few seconds. That is important, stopping that layer coming up for a few seconds, and every second counts, almost able to pick off that drone. So not a big deal there, delaying that Spire by just 2 or 3 seconds, but definitely a little bit of something there. Almost got the drone kill. Had he got the drone kill, that would have been so beautiful and worth it. So not quite able to do so, though. But Kwanro will be down 1 Zergling. Shouldn't be too significant. A lot of times you'll see 1 Zergling become significant, but with these with the position these 2 players are at, and the time it really takes for Zerglings to get around, Kwanro, that 1 Zergling shouldn't end up becoming too big of a deal. And Kwanro sneaking 2 more Zerglings into Chavi's base. Some sloppy play here from Chavi, not able to block his ramp, and he is at risk of losing a drone. There it is. 1 drone does go down, and some mining time lost there as well. Could lose a gas drone. A gas drone would be absolutely critical. And Kwanro coming in here again, maybe able to pick up a second drone, not quite able to do so. One of the Zerglings for Kwanro does go down, but just being a total nuisance here. total pain in the butt against Chavi. And look at this Chavi. He's sent a bunch of drones over to his extractor, not bringing them off at the proper time. So Chavi looks like he's maybe losing a little bit of his nerves here, making some errors here, using his drones in the wrong positions, and some sloppy play overall. And picking up a second drone is Kwanro. So he's lost 3 Zerglings in this game, but picked off 2 drones. Big time advantage right now for Kwanro in that department. And here comes Chavi, going to try and get a little bit of concave advantage, but not able to do so. Trying to push out. But Kwanro's got the high ground there. He's got vision, and he's going to be able to set up a concave a little bit better than Chavi. And here comes another engagement. I think this is so close, virtually a line here for both players. Neither player able to get too much of a concave advantage, but I think Kwanro maybe has 1 or 2 Zerglings ahead right now. Not looking good at all here for Chavi. Chavi not looking good here at all. This is really bad right now for Chavi. Down a couple of drones, down a couple of Zerglings, and Mutalisk should be popping soon for both players. So I'm gonna be combining the micros now, the Zergling and the Mutalisk micro. We know that Kwanro can do it. We've seen this before. Kwanro has been capable of microing both his Mutalisk and his Zerglings to pretty solid effectiveness. We'll see whether or not Chavi has the same in store. Kwanro is pulling back his Zerglings to defend here. We got both players spawning some Mutalisks. Chavi has a couple Zerglings scouting out the top of Kwanro's ramp here, and Kwanro actually sees it's going to send some Zerglings and should be able to deal with this pretty easily. Chavi's going to be forced to pull back, able to save those Zerglings. Some lesser players maybe would have lost those Zerglings, but Chavi able to detect that pretty quickly. Some decent reflexes there. Got the second extractor coming up for both players at the exact same time. Even though he's gotten a couple drones ahead, Chavi still throwing down that extractor at the same time. Does not want to fall behind in gas. Maybe willing to fall behind in terms of minerals, 1 or 2. And here we go. Here comes the engagement. Kwanro is on the defensive here. The Mutalisk and the Scourge for Chavi have come into Kwanro's base. And it looks like 1 Scourge did land there on Kwanro's Mutalisk. And some Zerglings coming in here and sloppy by Chavi, not able to micro both groups. Like I said, it really comes down to can you micro both groups of units at the same time. Chavi not able to do so there, losing a couple Zerglings when he really should not have. And you can see that Kwanro maybe has a little bit better unit placement there. His defensive Zerglings are going to stop Zerglings from sneaking into his main, whereas we saw Chavi not able to position his Zerglings correctly there, and lost a couple drones because of it earlier on in the game. So Kwanro just is like, okay, I'm up a couple of drones, so I'm just going to sit here and build up, and you've got to come after me. And here comes Chavi, able to pick off 1 drone here, bringing in some Scourge as well to hold off the Mutalisk for Kwanro. And air battle could occur here. I don't know if Chavi really wants to engage. I think he's happy getting the 1 drone kill and pulling back now. This is actually turning into a pretty close game. Still, I would have to give a little bit of an advantage to Kwanro just because the drones for Chavi went down earlier than the singular drone for Kwanro. And I also still believe quite strongly that Kwanro is the better player overall. So for those 2 reasons, I got to still give the advantage to Kwanro. Both players are building up Scourge and Mutalisk forces. We've got a pretty nice Mutalisk and Scourge cloud here from Chavi, whereas I think Kwanro skimping a little bit on the Scourge, going to try and delay his Scourge until he goes on the offensive, just going to try and micro against Chavi's Scourge as much as possible. Here comes Chavi again, coming here for another attack. Don't think any, I think 1 Scourge there landed for one of the players, and here comes the Scourge for Chavi, and I think he landed 1, landing a couple more, but I don't think those were cloned correctly. Incorrectly cloned Scourge from Chavi, I believe, and that is why he's behind in Mutalisk. Those were some badly cloned Scourges, I believe multiple, 3 or 4 maybe, landed on a singular Mutalisk, so they killed that 1 Mutalisk, but the other Scourge were useless, and when you build that many Scourge and skimp on Mutalisk a little bit, you've got to clone your Scourge properly, and Chavi was not able to do so. Now he's going to lose several more drones here, and Chavi's going to lose this game eventually. Has lost all of his Mutalisk. This game is over. Chavi/Casey forced to forfeit, and poor cloning there by Chavi, and that really was the difference. His Scourge weren't as effective as they needed to be, and Kwanro coming away here with the victory. So he's taking down the Zerg player Chavi, and he's going to go on to the 4th set. Woongjin starts with a 2-1 advantage. That is really, really important. Game 3 and Game 5s in best of 7 is very, very important. Here we go. What is Kwanro's celebration going to be? Will he reveal it? For those of you that can read Korean, this will be more interesting to you, but I'm going to see what it is and then see what he does to figure out what that says. And here we go. Nothing? Come on, Kwanro. Do something. And. Taking a picture? Is that what he's doing? Maybe he's going to grab someone from the audience and take a picture with them? That would be pretty cool. And. Here we go. Here's Kwanro up front. the cameraman, probably a coach or an assistant coach, something for the team. And I think he's going to get to pick a fan. I think that's what's going to happen. He's going to get to pick a fan to take a picture with. Yes, that is exactly what he's doing. He picked some girl in a pink and gray white jacket. So there's Kwanro giving the peace sign and gonna get a picture taken. Oh, the girl, come on, girl, take your picture. Oh, it doesn't look like she wanted to take a picture. Come on, be a good sport. Come on, there we go. Stand up, take your picture. There it is. Come on, that's a lucky day for you, getting to take your picture with a pro gamer. I'm sure that's a nice moment for her. You're already on camera, so you might as well at least take advantage. So pretty cool celebration there. I love the celebration board for Woongjin Stars. But okay, so that's gonna be it for this set 2-1. Woongjin Stars Kwanro getting the win. I'll see you guys all in set 4.